What's up everybody, it's Lee with Mantis Mechanics. Here I'm going to give you tip number 7 for winning a fight, so stay tuned. Today's tip is stay relaxed and change the stepping pattern. So really this strategy has two parts to it. The first part being stay relaxed and the second part being change the stepping pattern. So let's talk about that first part, staying relaxed. You see, when you are relaxed, your heart rate is lower. As you get into a fight or in a stressful situation, your heart rate starts to increase. As it starts to increase, you start to lose some of your finer motor functions. You also start to lose things like bladder function. And believe me, peeing yourself is not a good way to win a fight. So we want to try to stay relaxed, using our breathing to keep ourselves relaxed during a fight so that we can use all the skills that we learned in class. Now, there are some other reasons why you want to stay relaxed that are going to even be more relevant or more immediately relevant to you becoming a better fighter. Now, the second reason you want to stay relaxed is speed. Yes, speed. When you are relaxed, you are faster. I want you to try this out. I want you to flex your right arm as hard as you can. Then I want you to throw some sort of punch, whether it's a back fist, a punch, straight punch, some punch, whatever you want to throw that punch. So that's going to look like this. Okay. You can see it also kind of throws my form off when I flex my arm, but not very fast. Now, I'm going to show you relax. So I want you to shake out your arm, try to get all the tension out of it, and throw it in a relaxed manner. Hopefully that was a lot faster than when you were tense. And you can feel the difference between being relaxed and being tense. Okay? So that's the first reason why you want to be relaxed. I mean, it's actually the second. I'm not counting very good here. The second reason you want to stay relaxed in a fight. Now, stay tuned for the third. The third reason you want to stay relaxed in a fight is that when you are relaxed and you get hit, it hurts less. Okay? If you ever were in grade school and you used to ask a buddy, hey, tense your leg muscle or your arm muscle as hard as you can, flex your muscle, and then immediately, because you were a jerk as a kid, would hit his flexed arm and you would see it cramp up and it would hurt real bad. We used to call it giving somebody a frog back in the day, but I don't know, maybe wherever you're at they call it something different. But most people that I talk to have this experience. And you could try this. It's going to hurt, but it'll also illustrate my point. You could try flexing your pec muscle right here. Try flexing it and have somebody punch you, not full power, but just give you a good little punch right here. Make sure that they're not punching your heart or anything, vital, but maybe right in here, just a nice punch to the pec as it's very, very tense, right? And you're going to notice that it hurts, okay? Then I want you to do the same thing. Shake yourself out, get all the tension out, relax. Try to relax and let them hit you. And what you should notice is that, yeah, it still hurts, but not as much, right? Getting hit hurts. I can't make hitting not hurt. So maybe if you're asleep or in a coma, getting hit doesn't hurt, but just relaxing, as long as you're conscious, the hit's probably going to still hurt. So actually relaxing is going to help you absorb any blows that you have in the fight. So those 3 reasons are reasons why you want to stay relaxed in a fight. Now let's move on to the other thing, changing the stepping pattern. So what is changing the stepping pattern? In the beginning, that might sound like you just change your footwork. You use different footwork all the time. And that's part of it. Meaning if somebody is just trotting forward, right? If I just am coming forward towards the camera and my opponent, that's all I'm doing is moving forward, my opponent can expose that and create angles and hit me. Right? So probably just moving forward is not a good way to fight somebody unless you're a lot bigger. Obviously, if you're a bruiser and you're fighting somebody a lot smaller, then you can kind of get away with just moving forward. Same thing, you don't want to just move back. You want to move at angles and change and not be predictable. But not being predictable is the main strategy of this, right? We don't want to become predictable. And that means that I might throw a technique that works the first time. Maybe I get a hit, right? Maybe I get a joint lock, or maybe whatever I get. My opponent, because he gets hit, right, and maybe if they're experienced, probably thinks, oh, I need to not let that happen again. So the second time you throw that technique, if you throw it again, it might get countered, and you might find yourself on the floor. You might find yourself knocked out. You might find yourself in another dimension, right? So you don't want to be predictable. When I was sparring, when I was learning Kung Fu, we would spar, and my sifu would always yell at me. He'd say, Lee, stop falling for the same trick 3 times. Because my opponent at the time kept on setting up a head kick by faking low and then hitting me in the head. Okay, and believe me, I was not talented at that, so he would get it on me a lot, and he would always yell at me, don't fall for the same trick 3 times. He said, 1 time is bad, 2 times is worse, 3 times is unacceptable. So you got to be unpredictable with what you're doing. Okay, so you got to change that stepping pattern. You do not want to become predictable. You do not want to set yourself up to be countered. So that's it. Tip number 7 for winning a fight. If you want to know what the 8th tip is going to be, you can go onto the Mantis Mechanics Facebook, which is just facebook.com/Mantis Mechanics. And I posted an article written by Shifu Andy Miles, who studies the same style of praying mantis Kung Fu that I do. And he wrote an article about these 8 principles. And you can get his perspective on these 8 principles by clicking that link on that Facebook page. Like always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Mantis Mechanics.